Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls 2, Skull of the First Sin. Yep. Last we left off, we started our adventures into the Crown of the Iron King. Yep. Start off just past the old Iron King boss fight, past the Primordial Bonfire, the entrance to the DLC. Yep. Interacted with the shrine, brought us to the outside door, where we walked to the door and made our way, well, into the DLC. I know, I'm just long-winded explanation saying we made our way here. But yep. Came upon some dead royal soldiers from, I'm pretty sure it's Vendrick's army. Yeah, I think he sent people up here to take over Brume Tower, and I think they failed. I think Nadalia kept them out, but we picked up our smelter wedges. Yep, we get 3 of them at the beginning. I mean, not 3, 6 of them at the beginning. Yep. There's should be 5 more throughout the Brume Tower. Haven't found them yet. We should come upon 4 of them for sure somewhere. The 5th one is with Forlorn for some reason. Yeah, but we need to make sure we have 4 of them before we take on the Fume Knight. So, yeah. Yep. So we gathered our first 6 wedges across the heavy iron chain and made our way into Brume Tower. Yep. The Iron King's like little castle tower thing, whatever it is. Yeah, came upon our first ash idol. It's one of those like little avatars of Nadalia, the Bride of Ash. Yeah, apparently she forsook her flesh and became some sort of like wandering spirit, dark fog type thing, and kind of took over the tower. Yeah, because apparently her king is gone. Yeah, she came to look for him, and he's not here. So she, made despair, all that stuff. Yep, so we used our wedge to destroy the idol. It drops a fragment of her soul. There are 12 fragments in total. 11 are strewn about the ash idols. The 12th is held by the Fume Knight. Yeah, so... I will get all the fragments. So, but we took care of our first ash idol, picked up the dexterity ring that boosts dexterity by 5, and we began our descent into the tower. Yep. Just kind of fought through some ash warriors, which are the primary enemy type here in the tower. Took care of some idols that showed up. Mainly upgrade materials found, like Twiggly Titanite, shards, soul items. We did pick up a new pyromancy. I think it's the Flame Dance Pyromancy. Just want to make sure. Yeah, or Dance of Fire. Yep. It looks to be a dark pyromancy, a pyromancy with the elements of the dark in it. So it should have both physical and fire damage, though I'm not too sure, but I suspect it does. So we picked up that pyromancy, continued down, encounters the possessed armors, which were once, decorative armor statues that Nadalia possessed to defend the tower. The first one was kind enough to drop their sword for us, the possessed armor sword. I have not upgraded it just yet. I probably will use it in the Ilium Lois in the 3rd DLC, because the enemies there are weak to fire, so that should help there. But yep, and it's continued our descent. Yep. Came upon, I'm trying to remember what was first. Yeah, because we found a hidden wall outside. Well, not really well hidden. You could definitely tell that it was a doorway. Yep. Beyond that was 2 chests, one containing, I want to say, bonfire ascetics, I don't quite remember. The other one had 4 old Radiant Life Gems and 4 Wills of Dusk Herbs. But, yeah, it was just a little treasure room. Yeah. Yeah, continued our descent, picked up a Scythe +7, a Cestus +8. Came upon the one pretty terrible room, probably the worst room so far. Yeah, it had an Ash Idol, which would coat the nearby enemies in ash, which would raise their stat values. They had more defense, more attack power, all that stuff. But it also had cast runners. Yep. Enemies, hollow enemies that kind of run away from us carrying explosive barrels. Yep. So we utilized that little behavior, pushed them down into the area with the enemies, used alluring skulls to drag ash warriors nearby, threw a firebomb to blow them up. And luckily, one of the cast runners wandered to the Iron Warrior. Yeah, that's one of those towering knights, or I'm assuming they're knights, with the giant clubs. Yeah, and they also spew fire out of their shoulders, so one of the cast runners wandered by, blew him up. Yep, I won't say no to that. So luckily all that was left was one archer enemy who kind of sat back by the Ash Idol. So we took care of him, took care of the idol, went outside. I think that's where we encountered the Brume sorceresses, or sorcerers, whichever gender they are. Yeah. Luckily we dealt with them at range using our poison arrows, so didn't have to deal with them, but we will have to deal with them coming up, because we don't quite have the same luxury of range as we do down here. Yep. Some more soldiers, more items, mainly soul items. Yep. And then we took a stairs down, which led to one of the adjacent towers. Yep, where we were invaded by Molden the Assassin. Yep. It won't be our first time we are invaded by him. We will also see him in the Crown of the Ivory King DLC as well, but he invaded us here in that little adjacent tower. He will stand a fight until he loses about half health, in which case he will just run down. Yep. He'll run deeper into that tower, which is a pretty nasty tower, because there's an ashen idol in there that will coat the enemies in ash, as well as deploy a cursing effect. Yep. So it curses the area, as well as ash the enemies. It's also possessed armors, and if those guys get ashed, they will resurrect. Yeah. The possessed armors will revive if they're coated in ash by the idols. The Ash Warriors won't. Yeah, the soldiers won't. But yeah, so we had so before heading down, we used a Seed of a Giant. That will cause the enemies down in that little tower to attack Molden. Yep. And they finished him off for us. So that's probably the best way of dealing with him. You'll just kind of fight him at the top. When he runs down, Seed of a Giant. And after that, we just we try to take care of some enemies along the way, but we eventually just kind of ran towards the idol, destroyed it, and then dealt with the other enemies. Yep. And at the very bottom was a chest containing the majestic greatsword, also known as the Sword of Artorias. Yep. It is his like a cursed abyss version of it. Yeah. And if you wield it in your left hand, it does have a unique two-handed moveset. Yep. I think if it's in the left hand, two-handed, the L2 would be his double spinny slash, and the R2 would be his flip attack. The Artorias flip. Yep. So it's a pretty interesting sword, but I haven't dealt with anything. I haven't upgraded that one yet either. I might use it. We'll see. We'll see. And after that, we came upon here, picked up the Spell Quartz Ring +3. We also picked up the Flame Quartz Ring +3 up at one of those rooms with a lot of soldiers and idols. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else of note. So all we really did was just kind of worked our way down through some soldiers, picking up items here and there. The only items of note were the Dexterity Ring, the Dance of Fire, Pyromancy, the Flame Quartz Ring +3, the Spell Quartz Ring +3, the Sword Drop from one of the Possessed Armors, the Majestic Greatsword, a few Bonfire Aesthetics, mostly soul items, some upgrade materials, some odds and ends, yeah, consumables, yeah, various consumables like herbs and life gems, all that stuff. Yep, and then we came here, and that was it. Yep, that was it. Yep. We began our adventures into the Brume Tower. And between episodes, I didn't do anything. Well, the only thing I did was I went back to Majula, upgraded some stuff, some weapons, mainly. Yep, and that was it, yeah. I think I only upgraded, what did I upgrade? I upgraded our Fire Longsword to 10. So I probably will be using either this or this in the Ivory King DLC. To be honest, I think that was it, really. I think that was it. I think I just upgraded this weapon. Yeah. Yeah, actually, that was probably it. I think that's all I did. No, I also went back and got some more Alluring Skulls from Shalquar, because these things were awesome. I should have used them more often. Yeah, because they definitely diffuse some situations where your ash warriors just kind of popped out of the ash all of a sudden, and we had to fight like 3 or 4 of them. We just throw an Alluring Skull in some random direction and allows us to get behind them and backstab them. So that definitely came in handy. Alluring Skulls only really work on the smaller hollowed enemies, like the Sanctum soldiers, the skeletons, hollow infantry, hollow soldiers, the Ash warriors here, yeah, stuff like that. The smaller stuff. And so if we want to use it on the giant Iron Warriors, we would need the, I think the Yearn spell. I think the Yearn spell does basically what the Alluring Skulls do, but they work on a lot more enemies. But I'm okay with just having them work on the Ash Warriors, because they're going to be the most numerous. Yeah. Yeah, so that's all I did. Just bought some more Alluring Skulls, upgraded a weapon or 2. And today, we're just gonna continue our explorations into the Brume Tower. I hope to have access to the boss fights after that, but we'll see. Yeah, because this is the way forward here. It'll lead us to some more, I know there's an Iron Warrior over there. There's gonna be some Fume Sorcerers over in that little area. There's also cast runners, breakable walls that we need the cast runners to break open. So that's probably going to take more than one attempt to do, because their shambling AI will probably get them to run into the fire before we need them to, but oh well. Actually, now that I think about it, let's just throw our... I should probably grab some more fire bombs, to be honest. But yeah. The breakable walls we need cast runners for. We should be able to get to the other adjacent tower to grab the smoldering scepter. That will allow us to activate the Brume Tower, turning on all these elevators, yeah, so that we can access various parts of the tower that we can't so far. I know there's going to be another invader. The Forlorn can invade throughout all the DLCs. So far we've been lucky that they haven't. but the Forlorn can invade randomly in various spots. There's one guaranteed invader by the Smoldering Scepter. And that's really... Oh yeah, there's also one place that has 3 Iron Warriors we're going to have to juggle to get to a key that we'll need, but that's going to be real fun. And yeah, that's the plan. Just going to continue forward into the Brume Tower. We'll see how far we get, but... And our equipment for today is going to be the same as last episode. Yeah, I decided not to change it. I do like this look. This setup is doing pretty good for us so far on the Brume Tower. Our Drake Keeper Sword plus 10. Our Black Bow plus 10. Our King's Shield, Lightning, Dragon Chime, Chloranthy Ring, Stone Ring, Ring of Blades, Clear Bluestone. Yep. Our Death Knight Armor. I'm just going to call it that. Dark Mask, Sanctum Knight Armor, King's Gauntlet, Sanctum Knight Leggings. Yeah, this so far has been doing us pretty well here in the Brume Tower. We're going to stick with it. We have basically the same consumables I had at the end of the last episode. Yeah, so I haven't really changed anything here. The only thing I did change out was one of our spells. I changed out one copy of Great Lightning Spear for another copy of Great Magic Barrier, because I think we're going to need the fire resistance coming up. Here are our stats. They should be the same as last episode. And again, we have 2 copies of Great Lightning Spear, 2 copies of Great Magic Barrier, and 2 copies of Sunlight Blade. Yep. So we're going to stick with this until we need to change something out. Most likely the weapon, particularly against the Iron Warriors. I might change it over to like the mace or something, but yep. Until then, we're going to stick with this. Alright. I think I rambled on long enough. Let's just get to it. Yep, this is the way forward. We actually stopped here last episode. Yeah, we grabbed this here, which was the 2 magic stones. And you can see cast runners, and you guys should get a look at an Iron Warrior right there. Yep, there's an Iron Warrior there. So let's get going. Yeah, there should be some fume sorceresses down here. And I wouldn't recommend rolling into these things because the fume sorceresses, they shoot out lightning projectiles, so... Yeah, the water's going to be good against these fire spewers, but that's about it. There's a sorceress, and she's dead. Nice. Yep, again, those statues you can move just by shooting them. This should open up this door. Let me throw on our fire arrows. Alright. Here's a sorceress. Yep, there's the lightning spell. Yep. Yeah, we could probably just used our arrow here. Cause that to move down, take care of the sorceress. Oh, there's 2 of them down there. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. Yeah, I think we knocked that one into the fire. Alright, so let's just open this up. Let's just go. Yep, that right there is I think that's the weak wall right there. Yeah, so we need to get one of these cast runners to help us out. I think they blew themselves up. Blocked that, luckily. Yeah, these guys are chunky. I think they have like 3,000-ish health. So just kind of... Cast runners. Need you guys to run. It's not here. Okay, I think that's the only wall. Maybe this one here. I think this one here too. So what we need to do is we need to get these guys to come over here. Come on. Go. Pretty sure they can attack by a... Go on. There we go. Yep, that's what I saw. It's a weak wall, which contains the chest. Eight petrified dragon bones. That's what I like to see. Run that way. Come on. Keep going. Hit that fire. Blow up. There we go. Knock over the other wall. That's what we wanted to see. We come this way. Knock this over. Go back. Here we have another chest. This has Katarina gauntlets and leggings. Yep. More of the Katarina set. Old tales speak of brave Katarina knights wearing these leggings as they rushed courageously into battle. As well as the gauntlets. Again, you can get them in the base game, but it requires a particular red phantom in New Game Plus and higher. So that means the chess piece is going to be in the third DLC, the Crown of the Ivory King. All right. I think that's everything. Sorry about that. I was just checking. Alright. I think that was all the odd walls that could be broken. Yeah, I think those were the only two. Alright. Yes, I will farm those fume sorceresses for their armor set and weapons. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. This will lead us to the other tower. Inside is the Scorching Iron Scepter. Yes, and down there is where there's the 3 Iron Warriors that pop out and attack you. Yeah, that's the area. Let me just see where this takes us. Ladder up. Okay, this probably takes us back into the Brume Tower. Okay. So let's just press forward, shall we? Let's see the other tower to get the scepter. It's pretty dark in here. Okay, it's just a random... Oh, there's a drop down there. Okay. That is a Scorcher. Those are Scorchers. Brazier causes a... Ow. And they can explode like that. Once they're on fire, they move faster. I think they have like an immolation effect, yeah. Yeah. Pretty tough, but if you can set them on fire, they'll just blow themselves up pretty readily. I think your Alluring Skulls work on you. Yes, okay. Alluring Skulls do work on you. That's nice. Keep going. Light yourselves on fire. I'm trying to get the one guy to explode. Come on, explode. Ow, I thought I was out of range. I'm just waiting for them to do that. As soon as they do that, they're so easy after that. You set them on fire, they'll like do it themselves. If you're just gonna sit there, be my guest. Go. I mean, these guys are easy if you can get them set on fire, but other than that, they were kind of a pain. So I'm just gonna light these braziers. Some more petrified dragon bone. Don't mind if I do. I don't think there's any fake walls in here. So I remember there being one, but I just don't remember where. Oh well. A bit further down. Ah yes, there's this little drop off. And there's Dark Spirit Quicksword Rachel. Pretty sure she's down there. I think we can just run off. There we go. what I wanted, but that's fine. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, she likes to use resins. She has the old armor on there, so she's going to have a bit of a poise. Yeah, she has a shield, she probably can parry you, but... just slow. Dang. Yeah, she can light the brazier on fire. Gotcha. She has an Alon helmet, old iron armor. Just you're done. Quicksword Rachel has been vanquished. Alright. Effigy? Now I'm gonna go back up and check out that little thing I missed. Mr. Scorcher there is gonna be a real pain. Alright. Sprint off. Oh, I thought I was out of range. So their explosion's a bit bigger than it looks. Alright, good to know. Alright, and here we have dried roots. Okay. And that's it. That's really it. Really? That was not worth it. Nope. Alright, yeah, that was definitely not worth it. Alright. As I swing and a miss. There we go. Light these braziers because there are some more scorchers, and have them setting themselves on fire makes them self-destruct more likely. Alright. So we're going to start with this door. Let me just check this over here. It's just yeah, okay, that's just death. Cool. So we want to avoid that where we can. Alright. Door number 1. Scorcher. Oh, we can just this. Oh, I missed. No backstab. Alright. Nothing in here, just Scorcher? Yep, just Scorcher. Alright. Not worth it. Door number 2. Let's see some items. Alright. Oh. Ah, you were that little thing right here. Okay, I noticed you before. I just wasn't sure what that was. That was just like a bottle or something. This was like Twinkling Tiny Nights. Recollection. Is that a pyromancy perchance? No? That had to have been... That was a spell of some sort. Give me a second to actually find it. That's denial. Guidance. Stance of fire. Let's see. Oh, recollection. Oh. Hex created by the Children of Dark. Fire multiple dark orbs that seek their target. Hexes that grant a fleeting volition to dark have existed from ancient times. It appears that the Children of Dark have some recollection of the creator of these spells. Alright. Since it's here, not at the end of the list, this might be in the base game. I have to try to remember where it's from, but... Creates fires multiple dark orbs that seek their targets. That could be useful. We need the ring of knowledge in order to use it, but it is possible to use. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, so door number 3. Longer hallway, probably connects to another door. Yeah. Come on, I know you guys want to blow up, so just blow up. There we go. That's what I was wondering. There we go. Alright. It just connects to this door. Yep, so these two doors connect, which leaves this door. Two more scorchers. Right. Come on. Go. And a ladder. All right. Lowers us all the way down to this little bottom section we probably saw from up top. I remember there being a ton of scorchers down here. Yeah, I could look up, yeah, you can see the broken, just make out the broken. Yeah, there should be a ton of scorchers through that door. Maybe like 6 or so. Okay, yep, 6 of them. 7 actually. Alright. Oops. Well, if they're just gonna blow up, be my guess. That's what I wanted to see. Right. Well, there's more of them. I can hear them. Yep, there's more. Come on. Blow up. Don't. Alright. When you want them to blow up, they don't blow up. God. They take their time. Alright. This is the Smoldering Scepter. Or Scorching Iron Scepter. A scorching hot iron scepter, used to activate contraptions by transferring heat to Brume Tower. When the old Iron King wrested this dilapidated region from the Kingdom of Ven, the act required all the resources the enfeebled lord could muster. With the discovery of this iron-producing miracle, he was reborn as a powerful leader. Region from the Kingdom of Ven. Yep. I think the word enfeebled here probably means he was weak and small, and so he used all his resources to gather this region from some kingdom. Yeah. But with particular, I think it's this iron scepter that he found is what gave him his power. Yeah. With the discovery of this iron-producing miracle, he was reborn as a powerful leader. So I think that scepter is the key to his power. Yep. Right. I remember there being a fake wall, I just don't remember where. I think the elevator comes from above. And I think there's a scorcher on there as well. Let's back up a bit. Yep. When they're on fire, they're more likely to explode, or set them, or explode themselves, I should mean. See if there are any drop downs. Nope. That should bring us back to. Yep, that's the drop down we saw once we came into this little section. So first things first, I'm going to run along these walls just to make sure. I remember, I'm distinctly remembering there being a wall in here. I think of something else. Whatever. Alright. This should drop us down here. Bam. Bam, we're back. Alright. Yeah, that's not going to be fun. Nope. Although when I fight those Iron Warriors, I should probably switch over to the Mace. I think the Mace does more damage to them. Yeah, I think they're weak to strike. Through here, up a ladder. Double check. Alright. Dried root, no thanks. Brought us back here. Nice. A nice little circular. Nice circle. Alright. So I'm gonna head back to Majula real quick, buy some more fire bombs from Valencia. Yeah, I just like having them whenever we need it. She's over here.
You?
Just get a whole heaping pile of them.
Thank you.
Kindly. Well, you're welcome. Back to the Brume Tower here, because we have a scepter to implant. Yeah, this will activate the tower, and then we'll probably head back up and do kind of like a little backtracking. Alright. Yes. Yep. Those are old knights. So that'll take us down. Let's see where this takes us. Oop. Well, we'll have to wait, but... Elevator? Where do you take us? We can drop off there. This takes us here. So where do you take us? That's locked. Right. Oh yes, the key to this door is probably in that little area with 3 Iron Warriors. So it's over here. This is a new area. Alright. Sorry, ears. Oh, wasn't too bad. Alright. Oh, you can, I love it when a plan comes together. Macerating knives, those cause bleed buildup. Back. there's a broken wall. So we're going to have to lure the cast runners this way. You go that way. Go, go, go. Go, go. Ah. Cast runner didn't do his job. We're just gonna have to kite him a bit. Or that works, I guess. Alright, the cast runners probably followed us into the fire. I mean, we'll take it, I guess. So, busted open this wall for the Dispelling Ring +1. Yeah, just a stronger Dispelling Ring. Yeah. This provides 60, this provides 120. Nice. Traps. Oh. Yep. Since you guys are just kind of AFK, I was gonna say, you gonna come out? Come on. And now swing. Way to do your swing. Phew. Oh, you're basically dead. Oop. Didn't realize he followed up like that. Alright. Here. There. Kind of rolled through it, but not really. Alright. Chest, no latch, no mimic. There we go. 4 smelter wedges. That's what I was looking for. So the last smelter wedge is with Forlorn, which means you have to use 4 of those to take care of Raimi's little boss fight. Alright, so this is kind of a self-contained loop just for the smelter wedges. Alright, so we can't go that way. Not until we get the key. This is just a little section here. Actually, we can get that. So let's hit that up. This. I'm trying to remember what this is. Okay. Ah, there's the bonfire. Okay. This should be the, what, upper level bonfire? So this doesn't open from this side. Okay, I know where we are. Cool. Upper level bonfire. Alright. So I want to go this way. Check this out first. Oh, hello, Mr. Chicken Leg. Oh, there's an Adalia statue just past him. It's a heal kind too, so we need to take care of it. I think we're stuck. No. Come on, get out of the way. Oop. Can you not hit us from there? Alright. Should have gone the other way. Hit with the fire. Get our stamina back. Ow. There we go. Alright, so we have to keep 4 of our wedges. We gotta remember that. We need 4 wedges to fight the Fume Knight. Otherwise, it's gonna be a real pain in the butt to keep them in one particular, away from one particular corner. Alright. We have a chest. Life ring plus 3 for even more health. Yep. Pretty decent amount too. That's almost 200 health. So yeah. Alright. Door. That's not what I wanted. Couple of flame butterflies. Another ledge. A slab and 3 chunks. Nice. Definitely what we want. Some more slabs. Never have enough slabs. We have a petrified something. 10 shards. We'll take that. Broadsword plus 7. We'll take that too. Though don't really need it, but we'll take it. And the final door has nothing. Okay. Just to double check, we'll use a prism stone. Yep. Okay. Just making sure. Alright. So there is a thing right there we can hop onto. Let's go up. We'll do you in a second. Actually, we'll do you right now. Oh, this takes us into that room with the possessed armor. Okay. 2 possessed armors to be exact. Come on. Oh. I was gonna kill you. There we go. This should open this. This should lead us to the upper level bonfire. Oh. I didn't realize we were in the fire. I thought we were just outside, but oh well. I should have looked. Usually your keypad or the controller would rumble for getting hit, but I guess it didn't. It didn't do that in that situation. What did we get? Did we get Twinkling Titanite? I think we got Twinkling Titanite. Yes, let's go to the upper level bonfire. Because we opened the door. Luckily we opened the door. That's this door right here. That means we're gonna have to fight these guys again. I didn't want you, I wanted your buddy. It's fine. Your buddy died. Let's grab our souls. Thank you. Magic barrier, so we can kind of just run right through. There we go. Door to item. What is item? Simpleton's ring. A simpleton's ring, huh? Simpleton's ring. Makes wear invisible while rolling. A ring depicting a simpleton's flower. Wear becomes invisible while rolling. This ring was worn by the soldiers of the old Iron King, said to be blessed with divine protection. This ring only does one thing, but with ingenuity it can be fearsomely effective. Alright. Okay, I don't see the purpose, unless it does additional things with your roll, but I don't know, I don't see the point of it. That's this room here, so that's fine. Alright, so let's go back out. I think it was this way. Back to the elevators, this one in particular. So we have ways down. So we want to see if we can get off this little ledge here. That right there. Ah! Nope. I think you just run off, but I ran off too late. Yep. So it's going to be a few tries. So I'll cut to the successful attempt. So I'll see you when I get back. There we go. Leads us straight to a chest. We have Pilgrim's Spittoon. Pilgrim's Spittoon, huh? It's a spear. Spittoon used by warriors on pilgrimage. Rather worn from the long journey, it has doubtless seen. I can't English. A spear which also doubles as the catalyst for sorceries, making it an ideal choice for light-footed pilgrims. The strong attack is sorcery. Cool. It does magic and dark damage. Although the cast speed's pretty slow, so... I don't know. I mean, I won't say no to a good spear, that's for sure. Alright. So now we just gotta get down, which I think is right here. I don't think we just drop down. Or just run off, okay. And then we could go there and then back down, okay. I know we can now access the top of the tower. Okay. Let's get this back here. Alright. Trying to think if there's anything else up there that we could do. Well, there is. Well, I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I'm trying to think real quick. So we should have 5 wedges in our inventory. 4 of them we're going to need for the Fume Night Arena, unless I want to avoid one particular corner. There's a Nadali statue on the way down to the Fume Night Arena. There's also one up on the way to the Memory of the Iron King. I think I want to use that wedge on that one up there. Well, we could just run past everything, and we'll probably do that instead. Alright. So that's okay, so we'll probably do that. Which means we need to go back up to the tippy top of the tower. So we need to go here. Alright, so the next stop is to try and access the entry into the old Iron King, which requires us a gauntlet to run through. Yep. Now that the tower is active, this elevator is now active. Yep. Which means we can now get to certain items we couldn't before. So let's do that. I think it's over here. Oh. Forlorn, where'd you invade from? Yeah. They can invade, that's for sure. Oh, here he is. Okay. We got a scythe. Gotcha. Although you're very chunky in the DLC, so yeah. I'm also chunky too. Poke, poke, poke. Dark Spirit Forlorn has been vanquished. Get an effigy. There you go. The Forlorn can invade in the DLCs. Yep. Alright. Yeah, when I'm going to face NPC invaders, I'm just going to switch over to spears from now on. Wait for it to come back up, and then we'll take the elevator up to that one item at the top. So now we can get to this. Baneful Bird Ring. Baleful Bird. It's very loud, I'm sorry. Reduces stamina loss when blocking with shield. The Ring of Raimi, the traitor, reduces stamina loss when blocking with shield. Raimi was an agile swordsman who served King Vendrick, but after resigning from his post, he reconsidered his way of life and was born again as a stalwart warrior. So Raimi, the Fume Knight, he's the Fume Knight, was a agile swordsman in the service of King Vendrick. So now that begs the question, why did he resign, and what new purpose does he serve? We'll get answers, don't worry. So this brings us back here. Alright. Okay, that just allowed us to get the one ring, which is fine. Alright, let's go in here. Back to the bonfire. Well, actually, no. What we want is actually down here, so let's head down. Gotta wait for it to come back up. I'm not gonna take chances. So we need to find our way to the... Gotta find the access point to the path to the gotta find the way to the memory of the Iron King. I think it's down here. Nope, there. Flailing about. Thank you. Yeah, because we see the statue from there. That's where we want to go. So there's the elevator. Which means we need to get to there. Which means we need that elevator, which is right there, to that elevator. Oh, is that the one that we need the key for? I think that's the one we need the key for. Okay. I think that's the one we need the key to get. So I think we have to progress further into the tower first. Okay. I think I know where we're going. Alright. So I think I'll finish this episode by working our way down to the Fume Knight. I think that's a good idea. I want this, I want it there. So I'm going to double check to make sure my directions is right. Where we're going, we can't get to. I think it's past the locked door. Mm-hmm. I think we take this elevator up, which will take the other elevator up, which will lead us to the locked door. So if I'm right, we only have one way to go. We have that too, but I think it's this elevator here. Which should lead us here. Yep. I was right. This is the locked door. That elevator takes us up to the memory of the Iron King. Okay. I know where I am. Alright. We already did that area. I'll just double check. This is chicken guy in the 4 doors. Nope, that's to the smelter wedges. Alright, so let's head down. I think we have one more drop off to do. Elevator. Here. There's one more drop down, I believe. It should be right. Ah. Ooh. Ow. Alright. It's that little thing right there I'm going to try to get to. This also might be another multiple death sequence, so I'll just cut straight to the success. That was funky. I mean, I'll take it. Crystal lizard. Alright, it just fades. Cool. Chest. Two bright bugs. Nice. Good. I guess this drops us down there. Just goes there. Alright. Cool. That led us to bright bugs and a possible crystal lizard. Alright, so we're gonna wait for it to come back up. We'll just run off. I think running off works. And there we go. Yes, cool. Alright. So now we'll make our way down. Right. So there's a crystal lizard up there. We're gonna work our way down. Right. So I'll probably end this episode once we get to the Fume Night Arena. Where are we going? This is locked. There's an elevator there which takes us further down, but we'll check this area first. I think I know what this is all about. Yep. Alright. I know there's another one. I'm gonna get... There it is. Okay, good. Get in here. Nope. Don't. Ah! Crap. I was hoping to... I think I went too fast. Yeah. I think that's my problem. I went too fast. Yeah. That's fine. I think I went too fast. Flipped. Right, so this is their leash range, luckily. Yeah, okay, so we'll actually come further out. That's fine. He's almost dead, that's fine. we go. There's the other one. Too soon. Okay. I thought the fire was going to get him. It did get him. Alright. Yeah, the plan was to run out there, trigger 2 of the 3, run back in here, and have the cast runners kill him, but it didn't quite work. There is a third one. So we're going to trigger the third one before we lose. I think he's over here. Yeah, there he is. He has a different weapon. That causes bleed. Ah, thought I dodged. Oh, well. There we go. Yep, 3 of them. Nice. As I thought. Alright. So we have 2 effigies. Take it. 2 twinkling cyanide, 5 charcoal pine resins, 2 chunks, 2 wilted dusk herbs, a skeptic's spice, and our prize, tower key. Yep. As well as a nameless soldier. Alright. Yep, the tower key is definitely what we wanted. That'll unlock various doors, particularly the one to the memory of the Iron King, one over there. I think the one up by the Scorching Scepter. So we have quite a number of options in front of us. It opens the Brume Tower door. Yep, the key that opens the door to the Brume Tower. Long ago, the tower used to produce a seemingly endless supply of iron. The king used it to create iron soldiers and an iron castle. Legend has it he even tried his hand at forging a dragon out of iron. Everyone wants a dragon. Ooh, okay, I wasn't sure if we were going to make it. So we're going to reset the bonfire. And then we're gonna go. I think this door opens up. There we go. Ooh. Oh. Curse effect. Yeah. It's actually up here. Where am I going? Go. I heard a lot of them. Again, they're covered in ash, so they're extra strong. Ooh, it's dark. Got chests. Let's just take care of these 2 guys. It's gonna. Again, since they're empowered by the statue, I mean the idol, it's gonna be a bit tougher. But these guys do die. Alright. Thank you. Yes, these guys die. The possessed armors are the ones that respawn. Alright. The chest. 3 old Radiant Life Gems. We'll take it. Alright, so I still have 5 wedges. That's fine. Ooh, it is dark down here. Let me get a torch going. Oh. Mr. Halberd guy. Ow. R1 span for the win. Another, I think, a halberd guy. And a possessed armor. Okay. Possessed armor doesn't care about alluring skulls, and he will revive, so... Right. Okay, so he's going to... he's going to reach right there. It's fine by me. The Ash Warrior up here. There we go. Alright, so the possessed armor is the only one we're going to really have to worry about. We got to find the statue, the idol. I think she's down there. Yeah, she's through here. Right. Yes, use the wedge. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Now that we got the idol, you should die now. There we go. Cool. Alright. I think she's the idol that covers this entire lower section all the way down. Dahlia. Large shards. Nice. Yeah, because you can't get through this door. Yeah, this door is broken. Another chest. Fire snake. Probably another pyromancy. Yep, fire snake. Pyromancy created by Magus Ingil, loyal follower of the old Iron King. Creates several pillars of fire in front of the caster. Eagle sought to grant fire a will of its own. This pyromancy was conjured up to behave like a snake, writhing towards its prey with a mind to strike. I'm guessing Ingel or Ingli is probably Ingi's descendant or something like that, be my guess. Or he's related to Ingi in some way. Okay. Alright, so this was particularly difficult. Thank you, Alluring Skulls, for being awesome. Right, actually, it's a good thing we came down here to get that one statue. So now the only statues left are the 4 down by the Fume Knights and the 1 up to the way to the memory of the old Iron King. Alright. So, let us go down. Let's get our helm back, and then we'll go down. Alright. So this is now unlocked. Stairs? Stairs, good. Alright, let's see what's down here. More stairs? More stairs. Alright, and you go... Where do you go? Okay, you go down. Cool. Down to that door. Alright, so you're the one that goes up there. Cool. Twilight herbs. Alright. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back to that one little elevator and see where that takes us down. I am very thorough. So this is the way down. So we'll go over here. Hold the elevator. Thank you. See where you go. Alright, so let's get off here. Your sword's not hot, so it's not going to come alive. Alright, this little thing. Okay, let's go back up. Let's try to do this jump across up here, because that'll take us to the floor above that one. There we go. Yep, there's a chest. Cool. Alright. All that for this chest. And we have the strength ring. Nice. This ring should increase our strength by 5? Yep. Increases strength of its wielder. Yep. By 5. Nice. Oh, with that ring, we can actually use the Majestic Greatsword without two-handing it. Yep. Cool. Alright. It's actually a really good ring to get. It's a good thing we came back up here and grabbed it. This is where the guy with the flaming dual axe was at. Come on. That works. That just puts him down even further. Thank you. Run. Chuck. Ow. Thank you. we go. I think there's a fake wall down here. Might have passed it, I don't remember. Alright. Oops, well, we'll top off, but... Cool. Ah, keep doing that. How many are there? Let's see, 2. Go. Partisan +6. Don't mind if I do. Now we can actually power stance partisans if we really wanted to. Oops. Oops. Trying to see how many enemies there are. There's 2. Alright. So throw this over there. See if we can jump to that little ledge. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Ah, crap. Can you hit us? Okay, can't really hit us. Good. G strats. I have no qualms doing this, so let's just get this over with. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna test something. I don't think he's poisonable, but let's just find out. So that's what, 4? Oh dear God, you can poison him. Wow. You think he would be considered a suit of armor, but nope. He is poisonable. From soft. It takes 5 arrows though, so. But. Alright. We'll take the easy way. I'm game. I don't feel like fighting him. I think this is the quote normal way down, or the proper way down. Alright. Yep, there are the possessed armors. There's the... That's the boss arena. That's the Fume Knight's arena right there. So we'll make our way down. Your sword's not glowing, so you're not going to come to life. At least you shouldn't. His sword's aglow, so he will come to life. Are you guys ashed? Why are you guys ashed? Are you? Are you ash because of one of the idols down below? Yeah, I think you're ash because of one of the idols down below. Damn. Alright, so let's just run past everything. There's a chest here. Ow. That's fine. thought we took care of all the idols. Let's just head down. Yeah, the only other idol is all the way up top, the top of the tower. Which means those guys are ashed because of one of these idols down here. Alright. So we're going to take care of one of these idols. We'll take care of the idols down here. And then we'll go back up and take care of that chest. Alright. There should be 2 Iron Warriors on either side. Through that fall gate is the boss fight with Fume. The Fume Knights. Yep. Alright, so our first priority is to take out to find the bonfire. It's actually down here. I think it's over here. Here's the Iron Warriors. Just run past them. Here's another Iron Warrior. Just run past him. And the bonfire is right here. Nice. That's lowermost floor. Alright. Let's just confirm we have 4 wedges. Yes, we do. We have Steelheart Ellie here. Excuse me, ma'am. Soul of Dahlia. Yep, you can see through the bars the Fume Knight's Ultra Great Sword. Yep. Alright, buddy, come over here. I thought I got out of range, but... Ah, he delayed it. Okay. And you were being a real butt pain. He delayed his attacks. I hate delayed attacks. Oh well. We're just gonna clear out this lower section and call it an episode. You might know. We'll definitely clear out this lower section. Head back up to that one little area. All right. Let's do this properly. I'll use an effigy because I want to. Alright. Look at that damage. There we go. That's a really wide swing. There we go. Yeah, use the mace against these guys. Alright, so we're gonna come here, take care of this idol. Excuse me, ma'am. Fragments. Ooh, 3 chunks. So let's take care of this other warrior. apparently immune as he gets up. Yeah, delayed swings. You. Alright, so this one might be a bit tricky because I think the knight will spawn first and then. Excuse me, ma'am. We have one more statue. I mean, idol. Maybe another warrior. There we go. Rite of Ash. Okay. Brave warrior. Alright. So now that should clear all the idols around the Few Knights Arena. So now you don't have to worry about his positioning. Because those idols will heal him. Yeah. If you don't have... You need at least... I definitely recommend having 3. 4 if you can manage. But... Yeah. So, but... Yeah, because those idols will heal Raimi when he gets close to them, and if all 4 of them are up, this fight becomes nigh impossible. Like, you basically have to keep him in the center of the arena, but he likes to hop around and get in the range of the idols, and it's a real pain. All right. With the statues down, we should be able to go back up. And those enemies up top should not be ashed. They should be normal. At least I hope so. Yep, okay, they're normal. So yeah, one of those statues down there was in range of those guys. Alright, then we have... Sorcery Clutch Ring. It's a clutch ring, but for magic damage. So increases magic attack power while lowering physical defense. It's like it's 80 points like the other one. Okay. Alright, so I don't think there's anything over there. I think in order to get back up to the top we need to use the bonfire, so let's do that. There is one more section I want to do. I think I know where it goes. I'm not looking for... If it goes where I think it is, that's not going to be fun. Alright, this should take this elevator. We'll need to go through here. This was locked. We unlocked it. This should take us down to a set of elevators, or yeah, another set of elevators. This will take us down here. Yep, that's where I thought it was going to go. And this is Iron Passage. Yep. This is challenge area number 1. You see, drop down those statues where we could summon other players from the entrance to the DLC. So that is the challenge. That is a challenge zone here in Brume Tower. The other one is up in the memory of the Iron King. Yeah. In fact, we are going to go, hopefully, at least get to the bonfire right next to the entrance to the Iron King. To the memory of the Iron King, anyway. But I have a feeling we're going to die. Yeah. Just getting to it is a real pain. There's a whole bunch of mad warrior prowlers, as the game calls them, the mad warriors. Yeah, you'll see. It's the they wear the berserk armor, or the mad warrior armor. They wield the berserk blades. It's a real mess. There's like 5 of them. One of them is a proper invader. Yeah, you'll see when we get there. Luckily, getting up here isn't that bad. Here's the key. This is the elevator. We're going to throw on our Dark Spirit Prowlers. Yeah. There's an Adali statue right through this, right over here. Yep. Which will heal them. Gotcha. Yep, the Mad Warriors. These guys drop the Mad Warrior armor, as well as the, I think their weapon. Yep. There's a statue that heals enemies within range. I wouldn't put it past you to use one of those smelter wedges on this thing, just so you can clear out the Mad Warriors that spawn. I think it only affects his room. I could be wrong. Yeah. Yeah, there's like 5 of them. I think they all aggro at once, so... Yep. Come on, elevator. Thank you. Yep, there they are. Those are the Mad Warriors. I don't think Alluring Skulls work on them, so I think we might have to just book it. we can just fight one of you, we'll be fine. Yeah. I think it's a warmth effect. There we go. Ow. We can just keep him down here one-on-one, we'll be fine. Come on. No, don't go back in there. There you go. So we're just going to brute force this. So that was 2 of them. There should be like another 3. There's 2. Right, come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. Knowing that it doesn't affect this zone is very, very good. It doesn't come out here. I think it just sticks into this room. Alright, so there should be like another 2. Alright. Come on. Oh, he's the actual invader. Cool. Or unless they all count as the invader. I think they all count as invaders. Alright. So luckily, this statue only affects this room. That is good to know. That is very good to know. Yeah. It makes this little section a whole lot more manageable. Yep. There's the bull. And here's the entrance to the old Iron King. Yep. Hold on. Let's light the bonfire first. Oh, that's nothing. Okay. This only activates once we beat the Fume Knights. This is also another, quote, challenge area. It is a real pain to get through. It's full of Elan Knights, Elan Captains, a Salamander or 2. Yep. So we're definitely going to take our time. And it is considered a memory, so there is a time limit while inside of it, so yeah. I mean, to be honest, these 2 challenge zones in particular, I might just run through. I'll record one run through at the beginning, but probably then go and clear it out. All the enemies in the challenge zones are affected by the respawn limits, so you can despawn enemies in the challenge zones. Yep. So. Alright. Yep. This will also lead you to Sir Elan, as his weapon and armor here points to. He also has the last smelter wedge that we need in order to clear out that last idol. But yep, and the 12th shard of the Dahlia's soul is with the Fume Knight. So All right. And you know, with that, we are going to call in an episode. Yep. We finished up the Brume Tower. Yep. All that we have left to do now is to fight the Fume Knight, Raimi, at the very bottom, collect the Crown of the Iron King, and also the two little challenge zones. Yep. The one is the Iron Passage that leads to the Blue Smelter Demon, as well as the old Iron King here. Yeah, the memory of the old Iron King, which will lead to Sir Arlon. Yep. Yeah, but we just kind of continued our exploration through the Iron Keep. Yep. Not the Iron Keep, the Brume Tower. Yep. Started off at the Foray. I think it's the Foray bonfire. Yeah, the Foray bonfire. Yep. That led us to a section of the tower with the fume sorceresses, two breakable walls. One wall had, I think, 8 petrified dragon bones, which is nuts. And the other one had the Katarina gauntlets and leggings. So we have 3 of the 4 of the Katarina set. Yeah, the armor piece is in the 3rd DLC, the Ivory King DLC, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit before we get that one. Yep. We also encountered, or properly fought, our first Iron Warrior, because up to that point they died because of cast runners, but yep, so we took care of him, opened up the various doors. That led to these. I'm trying to remember exactly what it led us to the other tower adjacent to the Brume Tower, which contained a whole bunch of Scorcher enemies. The invasion by Quicksword Rachel, as well as the Scorching Iron Scepter. Yep. The Scorching Iron Scepter is what we needed in order to reactivate the Brume Tower. Yeah, by reactivating the Brume Tower, it activates all the elevators, which will allow us to get to various points in the tower. Yeah, it activated the elevator up at the beginning, which allowed us to get the Baneful Bird Ring, which reduces stamina consumption when blocking. It basically improves shield stability. That's basically what it does. We also got invaded by the Forlorn when we went up there. Also allowed us access to the lower section of the Brume Tower, where we went and encountered 3 Iron Warriors in one relatively small space. I tried to use the cast runners just before that encounter in order to take care of 2 of them, but it didn't quite go as planned. So I ended up using their leash range to just kind of chuck Great Lightning Spears at one of them, and then just kind of dealt with the other one without activating the 3rd one. Yeah, so then after dealing with those 2, we went and activated the 3rd Iron Warrior. He had a different weapon. Yeah, he had it's like a giant spiked mace, almost. Yeah. That weapon you can't get. I think that one doesn't drop. The one with the giant clubs, that weapon does drop. So I'll eventually farm for that. But yeah, so clearing out those 3 allows access to a bunch of items like effigies, shards, chunks, soul items. But the most important was the Iron Tower key. Yep. Which allowed us to unlock various doors here in the Iron Keep. I think the first one we did was we unlocked the one here by the Foray, here at the Foray, which led us down into another cursed Nadalia Ashen Idol, yeah, with a bunch of Ash Warriors and a possessed armor. And so we had to put on the Witch's Veils in order to protect against the curse, and just kind of cleared it out. I'm trying to remember what was down there. It was another pyromancy. It was the Fire Snake pyromancy. And also at the tower attached to the Brume Tower, where we got the Scorching Iron Scepter, we also picked up a hex. It was the Recollection Hex. Yeah, apparently it fires multiple dark orbs that home onto a target. So I'll give it a try. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, but yep. So let's see. So after clearing that little locked door here in the foray, elevator up, where we found, or went to another section that contained another, I don't say fire gauntlet, I don't know what you want to call it, but it had another breakable wall with the Dispelling Ring +1. At the end of that little loop, there was a chest containing 4 smelter wedges. So all we need is one more wedge to get the last idol, which we need to complete Nadalia's soul. But, yep. So you get the 6 at the beginning of the Brume Tower, 4 more after activating the tower in that little side section. And the final wedge is actually with Forlorn, so we have to actually beat Raimi first before we can access the memories of the Iron King. And then after that, did some hop arounds. One little side section led to a crystal lizard, which we missed, and a chest containing 2 bright bugs. We made our way all the way to the very bottom of Brume Tower, to the lowermost level, where there's the Fume Knight boss arenas down there, another bonfire. But the goal down there was just to clear out the Ashen Idols around the Fume's arena. That way we can fight the Fume Knight without worrying about him gaining health back. Yeah, so cleared out those idols. Elevator back up to grab the magic sorcery or magic? I think it's the sorcery clutch ring. Yep. Which boosts magic damage at the cost of physical defense, which is not bad. It's a decent trade. And then after that, we went back up to the foray, took the 2 elevators up, which through another locked door, and then we slowly worked our way up here. Yep, up here. Basically, we had to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 Mad Warriors. Yep. Yep. I think they all invaded as the Prowlers. I think is what they called it. Yep. One of them did drop their leggings, so we can confirm that they are similar to the Mad Warrior in the Belfry Luna. No, not Luna. Belfry Soul. I mean, there's one red phantom NPC that occasionally spawns if you're in the Bellkeeper Covenants. He drops the Mad Warriors set. They're very similar to the Prowlers. So, yeah. And luckily, the Nadalia statue, I keep calling it Nadalia statue, but the Ashen Idol, that's basically at the base of the stairs here leading up to the memory here, its little heal effect only works in the room that it's in. So you can lure them one by one to the elevator drop-off, and they won't be affected by the heal. However, once the rest of them spawn, they will immediately come after you. So you can get swarmed by 3 to 4 of them in that little elevator drop-off area. So best just to stick to the elevator. That's their like little leash range. Stick to the elevator, wait for them to go back, and then at that point you should be able to lure them one at a time, which is what we did. Yeah, we just kind of fought them one at a time in that little elevator drop-off section, trying to avoid having them backtrack into the range of the Ashen Idol. Yeah, because at that point they will heal like constantly. So yeah, So we did slowly and luckily fought them off one by one. Yep, so after defeating all those red phantoms, the invasion ends, freeing us to climb the stairs to this bonfire. So now we have direct access to the memory of the Iron King once we defeat the Fume Knight. Yep. Ah, boy. Yep. And that was it. Yeah, that was it. We finished our exploration of the Brume Tower. Yep. All that's left is to farm enemies for their item drops, as well as fight the Fume Knights, do the Iron Passage challenge zone to the Smelter Demon, and then the Memory of the Old Iron King, or the Memory of the Iron King, I mean. Yeah, that's also the second little challenge zone with a bunch of Alon Knights and Captains and Salamanders. And that'll lead us to the boss fight with Sir Alon. Yep. And at that point, the DLC will be done. Yep. And then Vendrick will have some more dialogue for us. But so next episode, to be honest, I might do the Iron Passage next. Might just get that out of the way. That's definitely going to take several run-throughs just to get all the items. Yeah, I'll probably do that next. Probably that episode by itself is just going to be the Iron Passage. And then after that, we'll go down and fight the Fume Knight, grab the Iron King, the Iron Crown, come up here and do the Memory of the Iron King. Yep. That's probably what I'll do, yeah. Yeah, so that sounds like a good plan. Yeah. So that means next episode will be the Iron Passage. Yep. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, it's not going to be fun. No, it's not. I'll probably end up just despawning all the enemies off camera. I don't know. It's going to be a pain. So yeah, I'll figure something out. But until then, that'll be for another episode. And I thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.